This introduction is about the very profound experience I call teach. I will explain. The information I received and keep receiving was given to me to share with all people about the fact that God is waiting for us to use His intended plan. This new information is not just about a better world, it is about our Creator, what our Creator intended for us, and we were never told. That sounds unusual, doesn't it? Considering the world we live in, it is welcome in my thinking because of what I have learned about this new information. This is going to be a profound experience for you. There will be an ongoing class of all that I have been given and learned. Our website will show the professional people that the class will present in various videos that have had extraordinary experiences. The website will show where the classes will be streamed from because of COVID-19. Why am I showing you the lobby of a TV station? Because it's a one-of-a-kind TV station devoted to God's intended plan. All of us are going to build the first God TV channel together. God wants us to ameliorate our condition. In other words, make it better. But when we are taught it is about God's intended plan for all of us, we will learn. God is not just better. God is perfect, and we were supposed to be taught a perfect plan, but we weren't. We were taught that we are imperfect human beings, such as learning the excuse, well, I'm only human, when in fact we are born with the divine spark of God. Yes, that means we are divine. Why would you believe me that we are divine? Because Edgar Casey was contacted while asleep in a trance to heal people. Do research on what his family did to document all the people he healed. You can see that at Association of Research and Enlightenment. I do not do what Edgar Casey did, but since 1978 I have been receiving God's intended plan for us, and it does not include man's version of progress, which is capitalism. Capitalism was supposed to involve what God's intended plan was meant to be. God's gift to us with God's capitalism was to advance us with healing us with universal laws. Again, look up ARE, Association of Research and Enlightenment. Please continue with this introduction about my mission. Thank you. Years ago, when I asked a psychic, what should I do with this ongoing unique information that came to my mind and soul? The psychic, in a trance, who does not remember answering my question with the word teach, was as surprised as I was. But the word teach came out of her mouth, and she asked me moments later, what just happened? She nor I had any idea what just happened. I told her I was in the middle of asking my question, but I just heard the word teach from her, and probably not her voice. I told her I got my answer, and she asked me with a very curious attitude, what was your question? And I shared with her that I asked, what am I supposed to do with this new information that we have never been taught? I realized later that what I went through with the psychic was me getting a mentor from somewhere besides Earth that was part of our universal family and was inviting us into their world to participate in what God created. We were both completely stunned. Hello, I am George Grogan. I am still going through something very profound, and the more I try to share words with you that you should learn in this new information, the more I feel so inadequate about being your teacher. However, I am very comfortable with teaching this new information, and that sounds contradictory, to feel both inept and comfortable. But my information will make sense because it is the laws that God gave us and not a version that man has created for his own purposes. Everything we have been taught is a version except one document called Cosmic Top Secret. That document was so controversial, there were only 12 copies made for the elite in military and others that explains why we are here on earth and our purpose. I started receiving this wonderful information in about 1978, and everything about it is what some would call really outrageous. What I am going to share with you is the most loving expression I could imagine. I am 76, and because I was born in a totally traditional environment, contrary to what I am supposed to teach now, I know this will be very different from what you have been taught. Whomever has given me this new information wants me to tell you to forget about Armageddon. Because when we embrace God's intended plan, Armageddon will be replaced with God's intended world made for all of us. The information also says to me and all of us that because I have learned we don't know we are meant to take care of the jewel we call Earth. We are quite special, and we need to protect this beautiful planet. We are the caregivers of the Earth, and you will see the difference by being the protectors. You are a creation of God, and God wants you to choose God over anything and anyone else you have been taught. As Robert O. Dean suggests in his presentation at Leeds University, Jesus was given to us and probably not from planet Earth. That means you are going to be starting a new world that our historians had never taught us. We will not just learn new laws. We will use them daily, much like a doctor must prove that what he has studied can be used to help the sick become better. Here is why I am showing you a lobby of this television station. I, George Grogan, want you to know you are looking at the first center for God's intended plan. Like many other gifts from God, it is the creation from what we call God. God has given us television, computers, streaming, camera phones, and much more. And with those wonderful advancements, when we are in this building, we will use technology to educate all of us because it will be used as a clearinghouse for all the information that has been hidden from us by our present and past leaders. Our website will give all the details. And just quickly, it is www.one as the number one, so onegodiswaiting.com. I will repeat that later. I have learned the following in the last 10 years, and I was dumbfounded and troubled by the following facts. God created brilliant people and gave them life on this planet to advance us. But those brilliant people were stopped by our economic system that thought the brilliant innovations would hurt the economy, and so they were hidden from us. The phrase I will use many times is this, and it is shocking to me and will shock you as well. Here is the phrase. We need to stop man from stopping God's intended plan. I will say it again. We need to stop man from stopping God's intended plan. That is what we see in the sky that we call UFOs. Those people weren't stopped. Today, we think the UFOs are amazing. Well, we could be just as amazing when we use God's intended plan. When our Creator gives us geniuses to advance ourselves, we need to use it for the whole picture. Our visitors in the sky and on the ground and out of the water that can disappear right in front of us do outperform our military and commercial flights, but are part of the whole God's picture. This clearinghouse building you are looking at will do that. We need to show God that we want God to be in charge from now on, and now we can make that possible. Because when you go to our website, you will learn how we were created to implement God's intended plan, and we need to do that together. Please write down the website address, www.onegodiswaiting.com. All lowercase, of course. Once again, www.onegodiswaiting.com. But before you go to the website, please consider this introduction a short class and overview on why our leaders don't want us to know the following. The lobby and center of this walk-in TV channel and streaming service called the God Channel will be used for what God gave to all of us to educate all of us about why we are here on this planet. This center is our immediate future. Again, our website, One God is Waiting, will educate us about how we should be using television and streaming and this walk-in center as a meeting place to advance ourselves as God intended for us. I suggest you see the History Channel about UFOs. Those spacecraft should be thought of as the standard intended for all of us. They are ready for us, and we need to get ready for them. Thank you.